so that I can adjust this and make sure that it's straight, and then I can check it with the speed.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law, hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Piece of material in my way. I had to weld the top and then come around, weld the back side. Now I'm going to weld the top and weld the back side so that I can keep this straight, and then I'm going to let it cool, then move on to the next ones, and then afterwards come back and weld the other side and weld the other side. So I got these tacked up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of a weld on one side and then on the other side, and then come around, do the same, and then do the same in the middle, weld here, and I'm going to weld here so that it's even. So the last thing you want to do is have these pull and get crooked on you. So the welding process now is really important.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law, hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Okay, so here's the trick. Got a big gap like that, right? So the trick is to not make a single pass on this, because if we do, it'll end up bending the metal really bad. It'll shrink the shit out of it, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a pass on the thicker material, which is this pipe. So we're gonna put a pass on the pipe, and we're gonna move down. We're gonna put a pass on the pipe. We're gonna come down here. This gap isn't too bad. We're gonna put put one pass all the way through on both the pipe and the plate. Then give this a chance to cool. Come back, and I think I'll put a pass on the base of this 4x4. Then I'll put a pass on this base. Then I may put one more pass right here. And then by the time I come back to this piece, I should be able to connect the 3 passes, and that will eliminate massive amounts of shrinkage and pulling the post out of position. So it's better to make multiple passes and allow the heat to cool down than to make one pass and get it hot and end up shrinking it. So time to work.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh,
On to the next one. So I basically put a weld on the pipe. Now I'm going to put a weld on the base, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to connect all 3 of those passes here, here, and I probably only need to make one more pass there, but I may make a 3rd pass just to reinforce it, because I'm going to grind it down.
You never get free, lamb to the slaughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes, tell me everything's not fine. All the people ain't happy, and the river has run dry. You thought you could go free, but that system is done for. If you listen real closely, there's a knock at your front door. You'll never get
So I got all the posts welded, got all the pipe through, had to make a couple of passes to fill some gaps in, but what I plan to do is grind the welds down and then, you know, see if there's any more spots that need to be filled and just inspect some stuff. It's really critical these welds are strong enough because all the weight that's going to be on here. So now where I'm at is I marked the center line of my base with some soapstone, and I'm going to tack it right here in the corner, tack it in the bottom corner, then I'm going to tack it on the back and tack it on the back, and then I've got a gusset I'm going to put in here, so I'm only going to do about a 1-inch weld to leave room for the gusset, but I'll definitely do a full weld between right here to fill that gap in. So that's my plan, sticking to it. This is the weight tree. This is what I got accomplished today. Fed the pipe through, put the base on, put the gussets on, had to kind of fab up the gussets a bit to make them fit right. Really kind of had a rough day with this. Just I think when it gets hot, it's over 100 degrees and I'm working, I'm not always thinking as sharp as I am earlier in the day when it's cool, but this is where we're at so far. So the plan next weekend is to put these wheels on. I'm going to mount these wheels on these boxes, weld nuts on them, and then attach them to the base of the legs. Those are the two legs that'll go on the side, and then eventually build a cart to hold stuff in, which I can do later on. But kind of want to get this project done and get this project behind me. So this I worked on. I got all these posts welded before lunch, and then after lunch I got the base on, the gussets on. Had a hell of a time, but really didn't feel like I was all that productive after lunch. Again, it's just super hot, so did the best I could. So weight tree's almost complete.